What up, YouTube? T-Movies here. Since I am doing my anticipated top 100 films of next year, of course I'm separating now from 20 to 20 and all. So now here is my top 100 anticipated films of next year from 40 all the way to 21. Then after this is 20 to 1. All right. Number 40, I'm gonna go with Mission Impossible 4, Mission Impossible 7, I said. Now, of course, this is the latest installment of the Mission Impossible franchise with Tom Cruise back as Ethan Hunt. Now, of course, Tom Cruise had that big meltdown when during the set of it, like lots of crew and all was disrespecting COVID-19 protocols. So that was kind of a really funny rant. But anyway, yeah. Now, there's no word on if the film is gonna get delayed or not, but I really quite like the Mission Impossible franchise. I think they are really fun to watch. Tom Cruise does like his own stunts, so he's one of the most nuttiest actors you ever see, but he does these stunts really well. So can we check this one out? You also got Haley Atwell is in this, Alcide Moraes from Titans fame. You got Ving Rhames, Angela Bassett, so I cannot wait to check out this next Mission Impossible film. Now, of course, the film was supposed to come out back in July, but I think it was June actually. But because of the pandemic, they ended up delaying it, so go figure. Oh no, actually, Mission Impossible 7 was supposed to come out in July of next year, but they delayed that because of production. This is actually what's supposed to come out this year, but was delayed. Number 39, I'm going to go with another Tom Cruise returning film, and that is Top Gun Maverick. Just think of it. Next year, we're going to be seeing Tom Cruise return as not only Ethan Hunt, but as Maverick. I mean, Top Gun Maverick, I cannot wait to check out. You know, you got Joseph Kosinski directing. You got Miles Teller playing the son of Goose. You also got Jennifer Connelly, Ed Harris, John Hamm, Glenn Powell. I think this looks really awesome. Of course, the film was supposed to come out this past year, but got delayed. It's gonna be interesting to see Tom Cruise, you know, return back as Maverick. I mean, the first film got released all the way back in 1984, so it's been like, oh boy, it's been over 30 years since the original got released. So it's gonna be interesting to see if Tom Cruise still has it by flying a plane and all. Number 98, I'm going to go with Cherry. Now, Cherry stars Tom Holland as an army medic suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder, becomes a serial bank robber after an addiction to drugs puts him in debt. It stars Tom Holland with Sierra Bravo, and it's directed by the Russo brothers, who also gave us the Avengers of Fame War, Endgame, and all. This is supposed to be their first feature post MCU. I think it sounds amazing. It's gonna show how great of an actor Tom Holland could be outside of the Spider-Man franchise. This sounds really great. I mean, it's supposed to be from Apple Plus, so there's that. So yeah, I can't wait to check this one out when it comes out. Number 37, I'm going to go with the HBO Max film No Sun Moon, about a group of criminals who are brought together under mysterious circumstances and have to work together to uncover what's really going on when their simple job goes completely sideways. The cast includes the likes of Benicio del Toro, Don Cheadle, Noah Jupe, Brendan Fraser, John Hamm, Frankie Shaw, Bill Duke, David Harbour, Ray Liotta, Kieran Culkin, Julia Fox, who was in Uncut Gems last year, and Matt Damon. It's directed by Steven Soderbergh. I think this sounds awesome. I mean, you got Steven Soderbergh once again back in the director's chair. Great cast here. I don't know if it's gonna be any good or not, but they did show like a couple of previews during this HBO Max presentation, and it looks really cool. So can't wait to check this one out. Number 36, I'm going to go with Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead. While we also have to wait for Zack Snyder's Justice League series, which I'm thinking is more of a mini-series than an actual film, which is kind of why it's not even in this list. But while we also wait for that, we also got Netflix's Army of the Dead following a zombie outbreak in Las Vegas. A group of mercenaries take the ultimate gamble, venturing into the quarantine zone to pull off the greatest heist ever attempted. Now, this is led by Dave Bautista. You got some other great actors in this, like Omari Hardwick is in this film. Yeah, I think this sounds really cool. I mean, it is Zack Snyder's first zombie film since Dawn of the Dead. Of course, he is more. Lately, he was more big with doing like stuff like Batman vs Superman and Justice League. So can't wait to check him out with a film like this. Now, I believe the film was supposed to come out this year, but of course it got delayed because of the pandemic, as well as the drama between Chris and Leah. So, all right, coming in at number 35, I'm gonna go with Fast 9. Of course, this film was also supposed to come out this year, but got delayed due to the pandemic. This time around, we got John Cena playing Dominic Toretto's brother. We got Vin Diesel coming back. I can't wait for this new one. I mean, we got the return of Han back. The trailer looked cool. It looks entertaining. I mean, I quite like the Fast and Furious franchise. I think they're really fun to watch. They're definitely like these are the type of movies that are meant for deers. You know, like I don't think a Fast and Furious film will be the same watching it just on your regular TV. A film like this is meant for the big screen, and hopefully Fast 9 will be pretty awesome to watch. Number 34, I'm gonna go with Coming to America 2. Of course, the film was supposed to come out this year in theaters, but got delayed, and now it's going to Amazon Prime. This time around, you got Eddie Murphy's Prince Hakeem character, who's now returning to New York, to America, to find his long-lost son, played by Jermaine Flower. You've got Arsenio Hall returning, James Earl Jones is returning. Other additions, you've got Leslie Jones, Micah Blacks's in this. I think this actually sounds really fun. It's going to be nice to see Eddie Murphy back. I mean, it would have been cool to see him back on the big screen, but at least we are getting Hakeem back, one way or another. Alright. Number 33, I'm going to go with Next Go Wins. It's an adaptation of a 2014 British documentary, the story of the American Samoa soccer team who suffered the worst loss in the World Cup, losing to Australia 31-10 in 2001. This is directed by Taika Waititi, who gave us, Jojo Rabbit, Thor Ragnarok. He, of course, has Thor Love and Thunder coming. He is working on a Star Wars feature. And it stars the likes of Michael Fassbender, Armie Hammer, and Elizabeth Moss. This actually, I believe this could easily have got released this year, but because of the pandemic, they ended up, it's now coming out sometime next year. I do like me a good soccer film. Michael Fassbender, he needs a new, he really needs a new agent because his last recent films hasn't really done it. So, really look forward to checking this one out. Alright, number 32. I wasn't really sure if I was even going to add this on the list because, for one, I have not really been following the last two sequels, and the Wachowskis has not really done it for me. But number 32, I'm gonna add Matrix 4. I'm not really too pumped for this film because, like I said, the Wachowskis' recent films like Cloud Atlas, has not really done it for me or anything. But Keanu Reeves is having a bit of a comeback with returning roles for John Wick. He, of course, reprised his role for Bill and Ted Face the Music. So we are living in the Keanu Reeves renaissance. And you also got Carrie Moss is returning. You also got the likes of Neil Patrick Harris, Priyanka Chopra Jonas. So, I mean, this could still be terrible, but hopefully it'll at least be as good as the last two. I mean, the best Matrix is definitely the original. I mean, the original got released in 1999. The Matrix definitely still holds up. So, I'll give the new one a shot. I'm just not really too pumped, but, we'll see how it is. Alright, number 31, I'm going to go with Black Widow. Now, of course, I was looking forward for this movie for this year, but yeah. Now, there are some rumors that Black Widow could just go straight to Disney+. Now, that's actually a possibility now. But I'm still, Disney Plus or not, I'm still looking forward for it. The trailers have looked great. Scarlett Johansson looks great as Black Widow. I mean, this is supposed to be the first MCU feature film of the next MCU feature. The next MCU summary we have is WandaVision, but as a film overall, Black Widow is the next MCU film we got. You've got David Harbour, Florence Pugh is in this. I mean, I'm actually really looking forward to check out Black Widow because the trailers have looked really decent. So hopefully, if everything is okay next year, hopefully we'll be able to see a Black Widow in there. Alright, number 30, I'm going to go with Free Guy. Now, this is, of course, another film that was supposed to come out this year, but got delayed because of the pandemic. It's about Bank Teller, played by Ryan Reynolds, discovers that he's actually an NPC inside a brutal open-world video game. It is directed by Sean Levy, who gave us, like, the Night at the Museum movies. We also got Lil Rel Howery, Joe Keery, the aforementioned Taika Waititi, Jodie Comer. This looks awesome. I mean, it is a video game-based film, so there's that. You got Ryan Reynolds in this, it looks like it's going to be a PG-13 Deadpool in a way. So, can't wait to check this one out. Alright, number 29 is Rebecca Hart's directorial debut, Passing. Passing follows the unexpected reunion of two high school friends whose renewed acquaintance ignites a mutual obsession that drains both their carefully constructed reality. It stars Rebecca Hart, Alexander Skarsgård, Ruth Negga, and Andre Holland. This actually, and Tessa Thompson's in this too. It sounds really interesting. I mean, Rebecca Hart, she's been in some really solid stuff before, whether it's Vicky Cristina Barcelona, whether it's, of course, she was in Holmes and Watson as well. She was great in that movie, Christine. So I'll definitely, it's going to be pretty cool to see Rebecca Hart as a filmmaker. Now, the film actually premieres at Sundance, but we'll go to there sometime next year, so... Alright. Speaking of Rebecca Hart, number 28 is another film featuring Hart, and that is a film that's been supposed to come out, and that is Godzilla Vs Kong. You know, the two titans going at it, you know, featuring the likes of the aforementioned Rebecca Hart, Millie Bobby Brown is in this. I mean, I'm curious to see who is even going to win, which the Titans are going to win here. Is it going to be Godzilla? Is it going to be Kong? Who knows? But I cannot wait to check this one out. I mean, it looks like I just saw like a little preview for it. But it looks really entertaining, looks fun. I mean, Godzilla vs. Kong has been it's one of the most popular IP monsters of all time, so seeing Godzilla vs. Kong back on screen could be pretty cool. Hopefully it's better than Godzilla King of the Monsters. That's all I'm just hoping. Alright, number 27, I'm going to go with Marvel's Eternals. Now, Eternals, of course, this is the saga of the Eternals, a race of immortal beings who lived on Earth and shaped its history and civilization. It stars Angelina Jolie, Brian Tyree Henry, Game of Thrones co-stars Kit Harington and Richard Madden, Barry Keoghan, and Salma Hayek. I mean, I have no idea who the Eternals are. Like, I never really read the Eternals comics or anything. But, you know who else I did not read the comics of? Was Guardians of the Galaxy. And that movie ended up being super awesome. I feel like this could easily be next year's Guardians of the Galaxy, you know? You got Angelina Jolie making her MCU debut, which could be pretty cool. Salma Hayek is in this. I think this they of course show like image of who these characters are going to be. Oh, not to mention you got Camille Nanjiani's also in this, so there's that. I think this is going to be really awesome to watch. Hopefully it'll be one of MCU's surprises. Alright, number 28. A film that we should have seen pretty soon was Candyman. Of course, starring Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, starring Tony Todd. I mean, the original Candyman is just iconic, one of the most iconic horror movies of the 90s. So seeing the return of Candyman should be interesting. Just don't say his name 3 times. You know, Candyman, Candyman, Candyman. I cannot wait to check this one out. The trailers have looked really decent. It looks gory, fun, entertaining. Fingers crossed we do get this thing next year. Alright, number 25, I'm going to go with Wes Anderson's The French Dispatch. A love letter to journalists set in the outpost of the American newspaper in a fictional 20th century French city that brings to life a collection of stories published in the French Dispatch magazine. The cast list includes the likes of Saoirse Ronan, Timothy Chalamet, Bill Murray, Elizabeth Moss, Jason Schwartzman, Ed Norton, William Dafoe, Benicio del Toro, Frances McDormand, Owen Wilson, Christoph Waltz, Leah Schreiber, Angelica Houston, and Henry Winkler. I mean, pretty much lots of Wes Anderson's players. I mean, you can tell that this is the Wes Anderson movie hands down. You know, especially with a cast list here that you got Bill Murray, Jason Schwartzman. Lots of those actors have worked with, have of course, you know, worked with Wes Anderson before. The trailer looked pretty decent. The movie was supposed to come out this year, but got delayed. I know it does look like it's gonna be in black and white. So hopefully this could be something pretty good. I mean, I'm guessing it'll probably premiere at next Cannes Film Festival, if I'm not mistaken. So hopefully, you know, we'll get it next year. Number 24, I'm going to go with Shang-Chi. Of course, this is going to be Marvel's first ever Asian-led superhero, which I think is going to be good. You got Samuel Lau's in this. You also got Awkwafina. You got the real Mandalorian Mandalorian. The real Mandarin. I got Mandalorian in my head. Leave me alone. Anyway, you got the real Mandarin supposed to be in this, played by Tony Leung. Michelle Yeoh's in this. I mean, it is MCU's first ever film with a all-Asian cast, which I think is going to be really good. I mean, Marvel's hoping to have this to do to the Asian American community of what Black Panther did to the African American community, which I think that it is really nice to see Marvel go more very diverse with lots of their films, and hopefully Shang-Chi will be at. Number 23, I'm going to go with Pixar's Luca. On the Italian Riviera, an unlikely but strong friendship grows between a human being and a sea monster disguised as a human. Now, Luca, of course, sounds really intriguing. I mean, this is supposed to be Pixar's first ever film with an Italian lead, so that's pretty cool. They don't have like a trailer or anything, but actually, no, I actually just saw like a little tidbit of it, like a couple of footage of the film, because I think Pixar posted like a few minutes preview online. This looks pretty decent. It's supposed to like be a love letter to Italians, and I mean, I'm half Italian, so this will definitely be something for me. So yeah, can't wait to check out Luca. I mean, you know, it's going to be hopefully, you know, things will be better next year, and Disney Plus will take it, because it's still a shame that Soul is going straight to Disney Plus, but I don't know. Hopefully Luca will go to theirs and not Disney Plus. But we'll see what happens. Alright, number 22, I'm going to go with In the Heights. Now, In the Heights, you know, centers on a variety of characters living in the neighborhood of Washington Heights. And it is a musical film featuring an all Hispanic cast. You got, you know, the likes of dude from I forgot his name. Anthony Ramos. Yeah, Anthony Ramos, the guy from Hamilton fame. This is from. It is based on musical by Lin-Manuel Miranda, who of course is a music host on this. He also has a role in this. You also got other folks like Melissa Barrera from Vita and the upcoming Scream film, Stephanie Beatrice from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Desha Pelacchio from Orange is the Black fame. I mean, the trailer for this has looked awesome. I do like me a good musical film. This definitely looks like it's going to be really interesting. I never really, and of course it is, like I said, it is based on a musical that won a Tony Award, so there's that. So yeah, can't wait to check out In the Heights when it gets released. And not to mention, it's directed by Crazy Rich Asians director John M. Chu, so interesting directing there. Alright, now coming in at number 21, I'm going to go with Netflix's Red Notice. Now it's about an Interpol agent tracks the world's most wanted art thief. Now this is directed by the same guy who gave us Skyscraper and Central Intelligence. It stars a really cool cast that includes Dwayne Johnson, Ryan Reynolds, and Gal Gadot. This movie could easily be terrible, but it sounds really cool. Really great casting here. I'm curious to see the directing on board with this. It could be terrible, that's always a possibility, but with Johnson, Reynolds, and Gal Gadot all on board for this film, I'm going to give it a benefit of the doubt. Alright, that's pretty much it. Let me do the quick rundown. 40, Mission Impossible 7, 39, Top Gun Maverick, 38, Cherry, 37, No Sun to Move, 36, Army of the Dead, 35, Fast 9, 34, Coming to America 2, 33, Next Go Wins, 32, The Matrix 4, 31, Black Widow, 30, Free Guy, 29, Passing, 28, Godzilla Vs Kong, 27, Marvel's Eternals, 28, Candyman, 25, The French Dispatch, 24, Shang-Chi, 23, Luca, 22, In the Heights, and 21 is Red Notice. And of course, after this video, I'll go ahead and do my official top 20 of anticipated films of next year. But lots of interesting stuff to look forward to. Anyway, let me leave you guys. Which of these films are you interested in? Are you interested in Red Notice, In the Heights, Luca, Shang-Chi, French Dispatch, Black Widow, etc.? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications. This is Simu signing off.